Hey guys, it's Brandon here, jumping into a Dragon's Tarkir draft on Magic Online. Um, and looking at this first pack, it looks pretty easy here. I'm a big fan of Foul Renewal. Not that hard to make it a 2-for-1. You know, you get your guy back, you get to kill theirs. Just really strong, easy to splash even if you don't end up in black. Other good cards include Sunstriker. Um, Vulture Saving is very strong. I like Sidisi's Faithful just fine as well. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty easy foul renewal here, so we're just going to snap that up. Okay. Well, here we have a couple options. The one I'm leaning towards the most is just checking what this does. Probably leaning towards a Sarkhan's Rage here. I think Black Red's a strong archetype. Starting off with 2 pretty strong removal spells is just fine, and sometimes you just get to dome your opponent win with this. Ambushers are also pretty good. I like an Ojutai Interceptor quite a bit, but take Sarkhan's Rage. Okay, well, interesting. We have kind of an interesting pick here. Atarka Pummeler is just very strong. They can just let you win games. I think Swift Warkite might be stronger, though. And normally I don't like picking a 2-color card this early, but we happen to be in both those colors already, and both of these are very strong cards I would like to play. So I think it's worth it to, yeah, I think it's worth it to pick up the Warkite here. This, to me, looks like a pretty easy Vulture Saving. It also looks like black is pretty open. Don't know how open red is. Blue looks fairly open too, anticipates fine, and summons are actually pretty strong. But Vulture Savings in black are strongest cards in black, and I mean, it's just a really good card, so I'm going to take it. Well, this didn't really go how I wanted it to go. Of these cards, I think that Enduring Victory or Student of Ojutai are probably the best for what we're currently doing. Great Teacher's Decree is an awesome card if you're in that deck. We're not so far, as we only have 2 creatures and they look to be sort of high drops. You know, with Great Teacher's Decree, you really want to curve out and then, you know, use that on turn 4 or 5 to kind of just shut the door on your opponent. I think I'm leaning towards the Victory. So that's the one. Reckless Imp, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it's just a Reckless Imp here to stay on black. I suppose we could take like a Champion of Erishin, but I don't even know how good that really is. I think Reckless Imp is fine here. Certainly exciting, but I think it's worth the pick. Alright, so probably not going to be in red, as it looks like red is dried up pretty solidly here. Our white card is fine. I think that Bowmasters are enough better than Artisan that it's worth picking them up just in case we end up in green. So that's what I'm going to do. Kind of all over the place right now. I'd like to be in black is where I'm at right now. really I'd like red to open back up because I want to play this Sarkhan's Rage. But you don't get to choose what you get past. Okay, cool. Get some black cards here. I think that I'd rather have a Skirmisher than a Minister of Pain. I just haven't found this card to be terribly useful. But maybe I want a Dutiful Attendant. What am I doing with a Dutiful Attendant? I'm getting it back with a Warkite or using it with an Aven. I'm going to take a Skirmisher. I want to be a little more aggressive. Fill out my curve a little bit. Okay, Tomb Shell's fine, unexciting. I suppose I could speculate on a Sidisi's Faithful, because I think that card's actually pretty strong, and if we end up in the blue-black exploit deck, that's just fine with me. And I don't think Battle Master is a real card. Sometimes it's very good, sometimes you get to, you know, just win because you played a Battle Mastery, and also sometimes you lose because you played a Battle Mastery and your opponent killed your creature. Off the back of our last pick, I guess I'll take a Carsey Deceiver for some early defense, as the rest of these aren't really real cards. Take another Faithful, I like that. Consideration for the Vial of Dragonfire that was there, but I mean, I certainly would have taken it if a Sidisi's Faithful wasn't there, but Sidisi's Faithful has really performed, it's overperformed for me. I've been pretty happy to have it, even as a 0-4 for 1, it can do a lot of work against more aggressive decks. Okay, excellent. We have a Marsh Hulk or a Silumgar Monument. That's interesting, actually. I think I lean in the direction of the Monument, personally. I think Marsh Hulk is a perfectly fine card. It might even be the right pick here, but I want this Monument. And we'll pick up a Great Teacher's Decree and some other fillery cards. Maybe we're looking at a weird Esper-y build. Stranger things have happened. Probably not going to play these Bowmasters. Still holding out for some red cards. Well, yeah. Opened a pretty sweet one in this Icefall Regent. That's exactly what I want to be doing. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to be doing. So we're just going to snap that up here. Blue-black, here we come. All right. Let's just keep taking strong 5-drop dragons. Let's do it. I take another one. You can give me another one. We can probably pretty easily cut these right now. I'll just remember I have them in case we end up wanting to splash. Here, I'm going to take a Hand of Silumgar over an Anticipate, or a Negate, or a Marsh Hulk, or the Acid Spewer. I guess Acid Spewer is fine. I don't really like it. I've been pretty outspoken against these Megamorph Dragons. I think they're a little too expensive to flip. And also, like with this one, I don't want my 4/4 flyer to have Death Touch, because it should already at least trade with anything it's blocking or being blocked by. I want to fill out the earlier parts of my curve, and I think Hand of Silumgar is the best way to do that. Although an Anticipate looks better now because we do have some like bombs to find. But I'd rather just have more strong cards in our deck than try to find the few that we have. Interesting. I think the strongest card in this pack is Silk Wrap, and I'm still on the fence as to whether I want to be an Esper deck, whether or not that's really viable. I guess I'd be passing up a Carp, Contradict, and Attendant. Attendant is fine. I think Silk Wrap is enough better that it's worth picking up here, just in case. Out of this pack, I'm looking at a Skirmisher or a Zephyr Scribe. I guess Ancestral Statue could be a thing. It's because of like Sidisi's Faithful. We have a couple 2-drops. That's reasonable. I don't believe in taking Duress in Limited just because you miss so much. Creatures are the important cards, and it doesn't hit creatures. So I think it's a fine sideboard card, but not one that I want to prioritize. I think here I'm going to pick up the Zephyr Scribe because it's going to be another creature in our deck, and it's also going to dig us a little bit towards our dragons. And I like all of that. Self-inflicted wound is okay. I guess we're actually pretty... We don't have a lot of removal here, which is fine right now. I'm pretty torn between the Minister Pain and an Updraft Elemental. I think that Updraft Elemental is better. I might be a crazy person for saying that, but I think it is. But I'm going to take the Minister of Pain here. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're not going to get the Elemental back, but I think Minister might be the right choice. I like that it trades off. It kills opposing creatures a little more easily. And since we do have this low-end stuff, it makes exploiting a little better. I haven't found its exploit particularly useful, but we'll see. I think it deserves a second chance. Plus it's shiny, and we all know how important foil cards are online. Probably cut this Champion of Erishin because it's pretty filler. Right now we're looking at maybe splashing white for a Silk Wrap and an Enduring Victory, which I think would be fine if we can pick up a land or two in the Fate Reforged pack. What do we have here? Hedonist Trove? Oh my goodness. We're not taking that. We're not taking that because we're taking Encase in Ice, I guess? Lore Master's fine. Lore Master's good. I think it's enough better. I should say, I think it's enough more... I think it's consistent enough that it would be better than Encase in Ice. Because we're not going to main deck an Encase in Ice, because it's sometimes just a dead card. And at the very least, it's a 2/2/3. Spellfist doesn't look very good in our deck, as we have very few non-creature spells. Lore Master, kind of the same reasoning, like it's just okay. I'm actually leaning towards this Reckless Imp. Maybe we're just kind of pseudo-aggressive flyers? I don't know. We'll find out. Take another Karsi Deceiver, because it's such a good card. And we're just going to pass all of the Dromoka Warriors and Great Teacher's Decrees. Definitely aren't going to lose to that deck. That's for sure. Durgar Nemesis or Ancestral Statue? Alright, Statue. What are you really doing here? You're bouncing our Faithfuls. It's fine. Bouncing our Dash creatures, I guess? Maybe this Statue will be fine. Pick up and Anticipate here. I do like having a main board negate, but I'd rather just find my dragons with an Anticipate. It fixes my draws a little bit too. If we're going to be splashing white, it kind of helps with that as well. Pick up a Carp here. Might even play it. I've been known to play the Magic Carp. Man, that card is just so dope. Take another statue here. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know if we'll play them both. I hope we won't play them both. I'm going to pass this keeper and hope someone plays it. And we will take an island, which is good. We're going to need those for our deck. If we start moving things to where they actually come down, I guess that's the only thing that changes. Okay, well, I guess they just keep coming. Torrent Elemental or Cloud Form? Torrent Elemental or Cloud Form? It's actually close. I guess it's really not that close. I think Cloud Form is stronger. Torrent Elemental's a super cool card. It fits in our deck pretty well. It's just another like good 5-drop dragon. Would we rather have a Torrent Elemental? I'm so torn. I just don't know what to do. I think the Cloud Form is the pick here. No going back. Sage Eye Avengers, huh? You are a 6-drop. You're a fairly strong 6-drop, but you're still a 6-drop. I like a Ride Into Being. I like a Lotus Path Djinn. I think a Jeskai Sage would be fine. I guess we only have 2, 3, 4 exploit creatures, but I don't know that I want to pick it this highly. I think Avengers are good enough. I think they're good enough that they're worth taking here. And our deck's gotten a lot stronger. I don't know that we even need to look at splashing white anymore. Well, here, I'm going to pick up a Gurmag Angler, because I think that card is just nuts. And I'm going to be really happy about it. Pick up a Surveyor over a Jeskai Sage. I think that's okay. Ride Into Being's also good, but Aven Surveyor's just really strong. Looks like blue's pretty open here. So no complaints from me. Pick up a Reality Shift. I was pretty down on this card when I first played it, but it's turned out to be pretty good. It kills a lot of stuff that needs to be killed. You just gotta kill stuff. Take another Surveyor here. Pretty easy. Okay, so this is part of the reason I was thinking about splashing white, is I knew that we would get, well, I thought we'd most likely get some late Harsh Sustenances, but I don't know that we need them anymore, and I think a Whisk Away is just going to be fine in our deck. I think we're going to be able to apply enough pressure that Whisk Away will be a good enough removal spell. I think it's a Will of the Naga here, as I don't want to play Disdain or the Rune Mark, so I don't know why I'm even thinking about it this hard. It's Will of the Naga. Welcome to the deck. Alright, Carp, you gotta get out of here. We're gonna have to start making some cuts. I wonder how we'll ever find room. Buy Carsey Deceiver. The rest of this looks fine. Figure out later. We might cut the other Deceiver. We don't have a lot of morphs, and it's not even that good with morphs. It's just fine. So we'll probably end up cutting that. I like where we are. Probably can cut an Ancestral Statue. It's a 3/4 for 4, which is fine, but we have, I mean, we're looking pretty powerful here, so we don't need to put ourselves in an awkward situation where we have like 2 of these in our hand or something like that. I do like having 1 in your exploit deck to be able to reuse your exploit cards. Yeah, Enhanced Awareness. You're the one. I would like to play this Enhanced Awareness, but I'm becoming very aware of our horrible, horrible curve. We're leaning on this monument pretty hard right now. Okay, well, I wanted to pick up this backwater, but I think getting a Jeskai Sage is important enough. And I don't think our mana is going to be too bad. We're really just splashing black. We're pretty solidly blue, so we'll pick up a Sage here. And we'll pick up an Ancestral Vengeance for the sideboard, I guess. Probably won't end up siding that in. Not a card I'm terribly impressed by. We'll take away somebody's land. Another Ancestral Vengeance. We're just going to do it. We're going to go all in on Vengeance. I'm looking at, I'm considering what I need to cut here, and I'm leaning towards this Lore Master. Like, realistically, it gets back, let's see, Dissipate, Rally Shift, Whisk Away, Cloud Form, Monument, but not really, Foul Renewal. Okay, it's actually decent. Take Skullkeeper. Alright, so what are we cutting here? Probably Skullkeeper. I don't think we need 1,000 2-drops. Let's just see. We're going to start by separating our creatures, looking at everything, putting things where they actually go. I think that's fairly realistic. Same there. So, looking at our spells. We could probably get away with not playing the Enhanced Awareness, and actually now that I look at it, we have Anticipate, Vulturous Haven, Scribe, and Sage as our draw spells. So I think Enhanced Awareness is fine to cut. I don't super want to cut the Skullkeeper, but I think I'm going to. We have enough early plays to slow things down. We have a couple of decent 3s. Our Reckless Imps are probably going to get played on turn 2 somewhat often to just get in for 2. Maybe we don't need 2 Reckless Imps. Maybe that's a little bit reckless. It could be. I guess Ancestral Statue is just not pulling its weight here. It's a little cute. Buying back your exploit is fine, but if you don't have an Ancestral Statue, you can just draw a different card that's better. And lastly, what is the last card in here? We're keeping all these. We want to keep our early game. Looking at maybe a Reckless Imp. Set you over here. I like the Scribe. Minister, I will accept. Minister of Pain? What are you doing here? Are you being a 2/3 that randomly hoses tokens? So I guess it's between these two. I guess we don't really need the Reckless Imp. It doesn't block at all, and we have flyers for days. So I think it's going to be the Imp. Put our Minister back. We're going to combine our groups. Cool, it kept them where they go. This is where we'll be casting things. That's probably more like there. So is that. Everything else looks like it's where it goes. Maybe that one could be there. So, looking at it, we're certainly heavier blue, but we do need some black early. go close to a 50-50 split here. Let's see what Magic Online thinks. No, you're wrong. That is incorrect. So let's see. 7. This. I mean, the first half of our curve is black, so we'll go to 8, 9. 8, 9. Yeah, we need double blue by turn 5. I think it's reasonable that we'll get there. Okay, we're going to add those to deck. And we're going to submit. And, yeah, we did it. We'll catch you back in round 1.